everybody, welcome to the Captain Quail Vlogcast. My name is Philip. I am one of the co-creators of Captain Quail. I am joined today by Allison.
Hey.
Who's another co-creator, and our friend Amanda.
Hey there.
Who is an awesome, awesome writer. You should check out her stuff. And one of my very old friends, Mark.
Hello.
Who has been working as a videographer for a number of years. And we're just going to have a fun time talking about...
Number of years. You're being very bold and generous off the cuff.
Well, you know, I try to see the best in people, Mark. I really do.
Are you Maybe that's why you wear glasses.
Wow. Speaking as a guy who also wears glasses, you could also be making this up. I could be wearing something completely different because this is what is known as a audio show. No one can actually see it.
But, dude, I spit nothing but the truth.
I tell lies, not tragedies. Anyways, we're going to talk about comics and video games and movies and all kinds of fun stuff. So I'm going to say, Amanda, what do you think is the most interesting thing you've seen, comic, movie, video game, in the past week?
In the past week? Kind of put me on the spot there, Phil.
I am.
I appreciate that.
Keep it going, man. You got to be ready to go.
Alright, the best thing that I've seen, actually, was a comic I saw. There's an artist I follow on Tumblr. Can I name him? Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, his name's Ryan Tsai, and he posted a comic. He works in a bookstore for his day job.
Nice.
And he posted a comic about a little girl came in looking for, I think it was Adventure Time comics. And so, he took, her dad and her over to the section where all the Adventure Time comics were, and picked one out for her, and it ended up that the comic was written and drawn by a woman. And he said, "Yeah, I really enjoy her work," and named the artist. And the little girl kind of got really excited because it was a girl's name, and she was like, "Oh, I'm a girl!" And it was sort of this cool experience where he got to see that representation really matters.
Was this the Adventure Time comic that Kate? I'm forgetting her last name. Kate Leith wrote?
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow her on Tumblr as well, and she's been posting quite a lot about, it's like Red something. I don't remember the title of it, unfortunately, but she's been
Red
very...
Sonja?
That's a different comic.
Okay,
that is not Adventure Time appropriate, I think.
I think it's actually Drink the Red, something like that.
Something like that. But she's been talking about it a lot, and it does sound really, really cool. That is awesome. So, Allison and I went to the Alternative Press Expo last October, and I'm not sure if you came to this panel or not, if it was just me, where they had the librarian from the Berkeley City Library talking about getting kids into comics.
No, I wasn't there.
Man, there's definitely a soft spot in my heart for booksellers and librarians that try to get kids into comics and, show heroes who are creators. Alright, Allison, same question. What have you seen or watched or played in the past week that has just tickled your fancy?
Well, so I guess the only things I've really been, played count, video game. I've been playing Dragon Age, which is pretty good. I'm kind of terrible at the combat, but the story's kind of fun. And yes, I know it's really sad that I'm just playing this now, but hey man, I have things to do.
I mean, a lot of the games that I have featured for the, Tuesday Philip Reviews video games thing, which I'm very bad about doing because I have no time, have been games that have been out for 5 years, right? So you play things when they're cheap, not necessarily when they come out, because we're not, big secret, we're not flush with cash, any of us in this room, I don't think. One day, when all of the 10 people who are listening to this video decide to give us thousands of dollars, then we'll be flush with cash, and we can review games as they come out.
We can get games on launch day for $60.
We could even get an Xbox One or a PS4,
crazy talk.
Oh, man. The opulence.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, webcomic opulence, just bathe in it.
Alright, Mark. What's going on with you, man? What have you done in the past week that you've been excited about?
My media consumption has been at a catastrophically low level. I've been watching... the only thing I could really say that I've engaged with lately is I've been watching, The Voice with my parents, because I've been going home and...
Is CeeLo Green still on it?
No, CeeLo has left and has been replaced by Usher as... the guy.
I feel like
as the guy representing funk and hip hop and soul music.
I feel like replacing CeeLo Green with Usher is a terrible tragedy.
Well, he's just out there. He's like, I'm gonna find the next Justin Bieber out there somewhere.
Why would you want that?
Well, Justin Bieber's made him untold amounts of money.
Yeah, but he's I'm not going to use profanity, but
It's a good plan.
he's not a nice person, Justin Bieber.
Oh, I know. But
What was
it's just industry stuff, right?
For
It's
sure.
all making money.
Allison seems to be excited about something.
Yes, Kickstarters. I love Kickstarter and have this habit of basically backing most webcomics I come across. And one that I got in the mail last week, I think Thursday or Friday. Yeah, Thursday came in. Was my Ava's Demon Kickstarter backing.
Oh.
And I was just like blown away at like the quality. So, I mean, I didn't do a like big back. I think it was like $20 or $25. And it was this beautiful 9x9, like 500-page hardback novel. Well, it's not a novel. It's like a graphic novel, obviously.
Sure.
But it's like this hefty tome and like beautiful print quality. And she gave like so many extras, little pins, stickers, prints, and I'm just like, when I opened it, it was just like this wonderful surprise because I hadn't really been keeping up with the backer updates, and I was just like blown away. So super happy with that.
That's awesome.
You guys do Kickstarters much or keep tabs on them?
I have a couple Kickstarters that I'm still keeping tabs on. I sympathize with your predicament of, you sign up for something that you think is really cool, you sign up for a Kickstarter you think is great, and then they just send you like a deluge of backer updates to where I lose track of what's going on.
Well, I don't think Ava Stephen was like bad at all, like in terms of that. I just like, I get so much email that I rarely have time for it all. So I'm not saying that they were flooding me in the least.
Sure, but I'm at the point where I'm like signed up for so many Kickstarters that haven't delivered yet that it is a rare day where I don't get at least 2 backer updates from projects I'm on.
Okay, that's fair.
One project that I did receive recently that I'm going to put Mark on the spot a little bit for here, and I think he knows what's coming, is a couple... like a month ago, I received my beta access for Broken Age, the Double Fine Adventure.
Yeah.
And Mark had the amazing opportunity of working on the crew that was doing some of the video around the Double Fine Adventure.
Yeah, 2-player productions. I was their documentary intern.
Which is fascinating. And what is your favorite moment from that whole experience? I know, I'm putting you on the spot, I apologize.
No, like, I think it was just finally getting to spend, like, a long-term time embedded at a studio and getting to see the personalities and see a lot of the hard work that goes on from the inside. As corny as that is to say, it was just really cool to see the personalities and the attention to detail and the conversations that designers were having, like, talking about games that I'm really passionate about, because I'm a fan of adventure games. I had backed the Double Fine Kickstarter when it was going around, and I just sent a blind pitch in to volunteer time as an intern. And I just happened to get called in for it, and I was absolutely stoked. And then Double Fine's my favorite video game studio as well, and just the time around Tim Schafer and Tim Schafer and Brad Muir, just these crazy, hysterical, hilarious personalities that sometimes I couldn't hold the camera or the mic straight because they would say something and I would be like cringing over and like losing my grip on something. There was one time we didn't end up using the footage, but they recorded a improv class that Tim Schafer brought the Double Fine Adventure team to, and that was just hysterical seeing a lot of those guys just going through like comedic improv together, and yeah, good memories.
So what is the non-Double Fine Kickstarter that you are most looking forward to that you've seen recently?
Truth be told, I kind of fell out of the Kickstarter culture a lot. I was really active in it while I was with Double Fine and everything, because they were so passionate about Kickstarter, and it was hard not to have conversations about it on a daily basis, and therefore like, hey, I wonder what's happening. But mostly nowadays, the Kickstarter that I'm really into right now is when Sports Friends is going to be getting its delivery.
All right.
It's a collection of like couch competitive like sports games, headed by the developer that made Johann Sebastian Joust. or JS Joust,
Gotcha.
Bari Bari Ball, Hokra, Super Pole Riders, and they're just making a compilation game, and they're going to be shipping it on PC, Mac, and PS3 with apparently it's going to come with a free upgrade to the PS4 version as well. So that is what I'm excited about.
Nice.
But yeah, that and other Kickstarter stuff. I recently got my backer rewards for backing the LA Game Space, which is a video game museum like development space. They have designers and whatnot do what's the term for when residency. They have them do residencies and develop various experimental games in the space and then have a big exhibition about them. I think it's still in the works of getting themselves very established, but I was really excited when those came in the mail after I wasn't paying attention and like, oh right, this is a thing, I want to go to LA.
Cool. Alright, Amanda, you get to finish this out with what is the Kickstarter you are most looking forward to?
See, the thing about Kickstarter is that you need funds to back a Kickstarter.
Are there any that you've seen that you thought, man, I wish I had money to back this more than anything else?
I'm kind of like Allison, every webcomic that I come across for Kickstarter. I just think that everyone who has a world that they've built and characters that they've invested time and energy to create, like, if they want to create a webcomic, I just think they should. I really want to help them do that. And the fact that I have exactly zero disposable income right now is not really great for wanting to do that.
Sure.
But in the future, that'll probably be my biggest Kickstarter expense.
Webcomics on Kickstarter?
Webcomics, yeah.
Alright, well, unfortunately we don't have any questions from our audience this week. That's probably because we need more audience. But if any of you listening, do you have questions, do you send them to Captain Quail at inkpebble.com, and we will see you in the next episode of the Captain Quail Vlogcast.
Or what about reaching out to your Twitter handle?
We also have a Twitter at Quail Comics. Thank you, Mark. We also have a Twitter at quailcomics.com and a Facebook at Quail Comics.
We will also, actually read YouTube comments, so you can leave those too.
Sure, we'll answer questions in YouTube comments. Why not? That could get dangerous real fast, but it could be a thing. All right. Bye, everybody. See you next episode.